Hey everyone, so I said in my last video that I would do a video of what's in my NP binder, and so however at that time I was working in the spine center or the spine clinic or the spine surgeon office, whatever you want to call it, and I still work there, but I just received an offer to go somewhere else on Thursday that I accepted. So my binder is going to change, and I hadn't quite put it all together yet anyway. I just had an idea of what I wanted in there since I'm still fairly new. I've been working as an NP since September of 2016, and today is April 2017. So I've been collecting a whole bunch of stuff that I want to put in my binder. And so I'll show you what I was going to put in it, but it's going to change here soon because I'm not going to be doing spine anymore, even though I loved it and I loved working there. But things happen, and maybe I'll do a video about what happened for all the new nurse practitioners, or even seasoned ones, because it could happen to any stage of profession. So first off, I'm certified as a family nurse practitioner. So family nurse practitioner envelops a lot. It's from womb to tomb, and it's every disease process. So spine is obviously one of those disease processes in the musculoskeletal system. So there's not a lot of detail in what we learn, at least not for me, in what I learned. So I had to really dig for some good instruction, some education, to build my knowledge of the spine. And so I started with simple and worked toward more detail, more in-depth stuff. So the simple is, of course, this. I've had this actually for years, since I was in my registered nurse school years ago, but this is the nervous system. So obviously when you talk about spine, you talk about the nervous system as well, not just musculoskeletal. So these dermatomes has helped me a lot. This picture of the dermatomes, I should say. And so I've had this close by in my office since day one, and it's helped me a lot to know, you know, the different dermatomal patterns that a patient may be feeling as far as pain or radiculopathy, different things like that. So that was going to go into my binder. And then, of course, as I came up with, or my collaborator saw or, shared with me different articles. So here was an article that I was going to put in there. It's very good. It's about lumbar disc pathology, and it has wonderful like cartoon pictures of disc and their verbiage, the actual names of the diagnosis and classifications and nomenclature, that kind of thing. And I just thought it was a really good article for a basic knowledge of disc disease in the lumbar. Well, actually the whole spine, not just lumbar, but it focused on the lumbar. So that was a good one. I probably will keep this because, even where I'm going, I may come across somebody with low back pain, and I want to be able to know how to chart it and discuss it in a professional way. So that, and then he also gave me other articles, which I don't have here, but they were articles on the psychology behind chronic pain and low back pain, especially. Back pain is the #1 reason why people go on long-term disability. So he gave me some articles about that, and actually from the 70s, and he said unfortunately they didn't pursue it because it wasn't a moneymaker. So those I kept because they were very good in how to treat chronic pain people. Then I have the American College of Physician article, and it was the new guidelines for low back pain. If you follow Nurse Lada's Facebook page, I posted this article for people who wanted to know the new guidelines for how to treat acute, subacute, and chronic low back pain. And so it's a huge, thick, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a thick article, and I highlighted a bunch of stuff, and then I narrowed it down to one page. So I was going to put the whole article in the binder, but then put this on top as one page, you know, for quick reference. So I was going to put that in there, and again, I'm probably going to keep this and take it with me, but it's probably not going to go in my everyday nurse practitioner binder in my new job. So, and then next, beyond articles and education and things, the other things that I'm going to be putting in my, sorry, I keep looking down. The other things I'm going to be putting in my nurse practitioner binder are my CEs. So I always print out my certificates for the CEs and CMEs and whatever you want to call them, and so I have a paper record of them, and I also write them down in my bullet journal for work, and I also obviously keep the emails and, you know, login password of the ones that I do online. But I like to have those readily in my nurse practitioner binder. If my employer wants to see something quick, then I have it there. My collaborative agreement is also going to be in my nurse practitioner binder, which I don't have with me actually. I thought I did, and I'm looking for it. I don't have it. But my collaborative agreement has to be with me at all times, and that goes in my nurse practitioner binder. And then I printed out the entire NP certificate handbook from AANP. So if you are certified through AANP or ANCC, you want to have their handbook. They update these, I assume, yearly. So you want to have an updated one of this. Either, I know some people are more digital than others. I personally like the paper, so I can highlight and underline and all the, and dog ear, whatever you want to do with that. And then, because I don't want to always go through a thick handbook like that, I just have the renewal requirements in one page that they have on their website, the AANP website. And so I have that, so for quick reference. And then another divider in my NP binder will be any correspondence that I have with the Ohio Board of Nursing. I have emailed them a few times about different things. And so I always want to keep a copy, a hard copy of their response to my question. And so I have that. And not only did they send me that, and this is about the HB 216, if you haven't heard, Ohio just went through a bunch of changes with their laws with advanced practice providers. So the Board of Nursing, she not only did she respond in an email, but she sent me a link to the actual breakdown of the major provisions of the HB 216. So I'm going to have that in my binder as well, and I'm going to highlight and dog ear and underline and all those good things with that. And then to go along with that, with all the changes, with my job in spine, I sometimes prescribe opiates, and opiates are controversial, especially in the town that I live in, because we have a huge heroin epidemic going on right now. And so I printed out the laws as far as prescribing opiates, because I'm just really concerned and with my license and prescribing these opiates, and I want to know what the law is. Also, I made a sheet for the nurses on the ortho floor, the med-surg floor of the hospital, of a quick rundown of what the doctor that I work with recommends for his patients, because they get confused with the other doctors that do similar procedures. And so they would have a quick reference as to what he expects in nursing care. So I made a quick little thing for them, and I put that in my binder as well as he changes things, and then I can update it for them. So that's in my binder as well. And then last but not least, and I'm sure I'm going to continue to add to this binder, is my orientation packet that I got from my employer. They did a new advanced practice provider orientation, and they go over laws, Ohio laws, and they also went over the policies and procedures of Ohio Health, is who I work for. So I have that, plus telephone numbers, emails, all that is in here. And I've referenced this several times, and I've had to email certain people several times throughout my practice so far, and they've been gracious. So I just keep this close by. And if I get this all together by the time I want to post this video, I will do a snapshot of what I have put together, but I can't promise that because I want to put this video up soon. But I know this is going to take time to figure out with my new job what I want to have in it. So that's what I have in my binder, and I'm sure it will get thicker as I become more seasoned. So thanks for watching. I'll talk with you later. Bye.